Hi, everybody. Good, afternoon, I think. It is Wednesday. Not sure what today's date is. I think it's the 25th. I am on the Eastern Shore, and it is a cloudy, overcast day, rainy. So it's going to be an inside day for me. So we are here for our daily dose of conversations of support. Welcome. My name is Laura. I am here to share positive and encouraging conversations every day during this time, especially during this time of uncertainty and everything like that. So today's topic is all about anticipation. I know we were all of us in Maryland. We're in Maryland. We're anticipating, and some were a little anxious to hear what our governor had to say about schools being open or closed and all of that. Because just like many places, we have been closed for the last 2 weeks. We're in our second week now. And so everybody yesterday was really, the anticipation of today's press conference that the governor had was causing people anxiousness. And everybody was speculating about what it might be, what the announcement might be, and stuff like that. So how do you handle waiting for news, whether it's test results from a medical test, stuff like this that's anticipating an announcement being made that affects all of us? How do you handle it? How do you keep yourself from becoming overly anxious about it and everything like that? So, hey Louise, hey Wendy, thanks for joining. Today is our daily dose of conversations of support. Today is all about anticipation. I found a couple of verses that I like, or quotes and everything. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. And that's tricky when you're waiting to find out the answers to some things, right? Anticipation, it is with anticipation, not dread, that our day unfolds into all we choose. So if we choose to anticipate a dreadful day, maybe it's going to be a dreadful day, right? If we anticipate that it's going to be an okay day, it'll be an okay day. If we can anticipate that it's going to be a positive day, then maybe it'll be a positive day for us too. Anticipation is better to be afraid, excited, and thinking the best versus than to be scared, worried, and expecting the worst. What does that cause? That causes more anxiety when we let the emotions of being scared and worried and expecting the worst case scenario to happen, right? And I think a lot of us too, with kids and this whole school issue right now, we as parents have to be careful how we react if we're watching like the press conference in front of them or whatever it is. We're discussing this with our spouse. We have to be careful how we share our concerns and emotions about it, because our kids are going to pick up on it too, right? So I'm trying to make this one a little bit bigger here. I love this one from Pooh Bear. Who's a big Winnie the Pooh fan? I just listened to an audiobook about Winnie the Pooh and the House in the Woods. It was a free audiobook. It was like 2.5 hours, so I've been listening to that. Just finished it last night. So, well, said Pooh, what I like best. And then he had to stop and think, because although eating honey was a very good thing to do, there was a moment just before you began to eat, which was better than when you were, but he didn't know what it was called. And that's a good description of anticipation. We don't know how to sometimes describe that emotion, right? So those of us who live in Maryland, I'm on the Eastern Shore right now. I'm in our Ocean Pines house because quite honestly, it's a little we feel a little safer right now for our son who has muscular dystrophy. There's only 2 cases here in Worcester County. I never know if I'm saying that right or not. Harford County, I can't remember. I don't know off the top of my head what the number of cases are there. But our daughter, who lives at home with us at our other house, our full-time house, she's still working. She has an essential job, so she is still has the potential to become exposed to somebody who has this virus, and then she could bring it home. So she asked us to stay here while she's working and everything until this kind of settles down and passes, because she's afraid. She does not want to give it to her brother. So we are honoring that right now. So for the next couple of weeks, I think we're going to stay here. I do have to change one appointment, but I think we're going to be camping out here for the next couple of weeks at this house on the Eastern Shore. So, hey, Mr. Pete. Hey, Nona. Thanks for joining. Every day I come live and we do a Conversations of Support. There's a new topic every day. Today's topic happens to be about anticipation. How did you anticipate what the announcement would be in wherever you are? And for us in Maryland, we knew our governor was planning on having a press conference today to announce the updates on schools and everything. Nona, I think you're in Virginia, right? Virginia, I think, has already closed their schools for the rest of the school year, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Nona. But for those of us in Maryland, we got the announcement today that they're keeping schools closed for another 4 weeks through April 24th. Which, you know, everybody in Harford County who was complaining about a short spring break, well, we got a long one. You just can't go anywhere. You got to stay at home, but you don't have to go to school. So, to physically go to school, I should say. We're still waiting to hear an update from our local school district as to how they're going to help the kids continue their learning since we're going to be off for another month. So we're anticipating, and some people are anxious to know, is it going to be online learning? Is it going to be packets of paper? Things like that. So, you know, we can choose to try and remain calm. I suggest we don't speculate too much, because the speculation causes more anxiousness and increases the opportunity for misinformation to be shared. So I think we need to just, you know, trust our leadership, trust our school systems, that they are making these decisions in the best interest of our children to keep them safe and healthy. They have a lot of things they've got to figure out now, you know, since we're not going to be there. How to help our special needs kids, how to continue feeding the kids, you know, they've been doing the mobile drop-off places during the week for food. What else? You know, you have your high school kids that have high-level classes like AP and honors classes, and you've got your elementary kids. So it's not a one piece fits all kind of solution. So instead of speculating on how we're going to do it, let's just trust and wait. And as soon as for me personally, it would be Harford County's public schools, and then for down here it'd be Worcester County. Although I've not been involved with their school system at all, so I don't really know how their PTAs, how involved they are, things like that. So, but I'm more than willing to help. So if I can still do mentoring, you know, long distance by email, phone, whatever. Colleges in Virginia have gone online, and the public schools have not completed. Okay, gotcha. I want to say our colleges in Maryland have all gone online as well. And I know the public schools announcement today said we're for the public schools, we're going to be closed until the April 24th, and they'll reassess at that time, closer to that date, if they need to keep it closed or if we can go back, you know, before the end of the school year. So, you know, anticipating can cause anxiousness, but if we automatically assume the worst, then isn't that going to affect your own mindset? I know if I go into things thinking the negative all the time, then I get grumpy and I feel life becomes a little more difficult and everything. But they might extend the school year next year. That's interesting. See, there's so many different options that I think all of our states and counties, districts, can do. We just need to figure out what it is, and we have to trust that they're all communicating with their peers and everything, and trying to figure out a good plan, and then communicating it to our teachers and all of that. So I'm going to look at this as a positive, that we want, even though I know our teachers are missing the kids, and I know the kids are missing their teachers and everything, but let's get them healthy, let's keep them healthy, and make sure that when they do go back, whenever it is, that we don't have to worry about everybody being out sick again, because it's not going to help anybody if we just put everybody back into a large group and they pass this virus around again. So keep in mind, there are people out there who have underlying medical conditions that need to stay safe. And launch you, sorry. I'm glad you're working from home, Nona, and I love you very much. And you stay healthy too. Check back anytime. If I'm not on live during your lunch break, you can always watch a replay later. So thanks for jumping on. So good luck today for work. Are you in your jammies, or do you actually get dressed? So I freely admit I'm still kind of in my jammies, and I'm wearing a sweater because I'm out in our 3-season room, so it's a little chilly out here today. But I love sitting in front of the Christmas tree. So, and my son's still in bed and working on getting up. So this is my quiet time to sneak out and have our chat while he's busy. So so I will see you another time, Nona, and maybe when all this, we can do another mini reunion up in Bel Air at some point when things calm down. So that's my girl. PJs for the win. All right. So, well, thank you for joining, today and hopping on. So I hope that as we move forward through the days, as we're still trying to figure out everything, that the anticipation does not cause you anxiousness or anxiety, that we feel a sense of calm and trust and faith that things will be okay, that things will be worked out the way they're meant to be. So just remember, go into things, give people a chance to be able to post the official news and everything before we start jumping on everybody of going, have we heard, do we know what they're doing, all of that stuff. Let's just stay calm for a little bit and see how this goes. So what would you like to talk about tomorrow? Let me know. You can either put it in the comments or send me a private message, but I will be back here again tomorrow. This one's kind of a short one today, so I will check back in with you tomorrow, probably in the afternoon as well, maybe a little bit later, but we'll see. I'm not going anywhere. I haven't left the house in 9 or 10 days, I don't know, it all blurs together. So luckily we're well stocked here and I don't have to go anywhere. AJ hasn't left the house either. Only hubby has gone to the mailbox or the grocery store. I went to the mailbox the other day, just on last Saturday, to get my new glasses, but that was it. Didn't touch anything else. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to try not to anticipate the negative and instead anticipate the positive. So I believe in you. Have a wonderful day. Continue to smile to those that you bump into, not literally, when you're out and about at the store or at work or whatever. We thank all of our essential workers and everything for continuing to be out there, but we also appreciate the difficult decisions that our local leaders have to make during this time. So that's it for today. If you're joining, just jump in. You can rewatch this after a bit. And I will be back on tomorrow. Let me know what you would like to talk about, and we'll talk. So I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Conversations of Support. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I anticipate goodness will become the end result of all of this chaos. So I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Bye.